to the motherfucking Missionary Podcast on Worth the Wait Radio.
Wait. We gotta do the Nah. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna be in the new studio and be brand new. We gotta do the table. Hold on. It's only right. We not gonna. I know y'all done. Since the last time I've been here, they stepped it up. But I'm about tradition. All right, and keeping it 1,000 from the jump. So we're going to do you ready? How's it go?
All right. Yo, and welcome to the Missionary Podcast. It's your girl, Adi 3000, and this is episode 48.
Want to get brand new because we got some, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm here. That's how we do it.
You are so funny. The only person who can do that to me. You are the only person.
Get brand new. Man, just me.
You know what? That intro, I fuck with it.
Yeah, so. You gotta keep it going. You gotta keep it
But okay, so now as you guys can see, I am definitely not alone this week.
Yeah.
This is episode 48 of the Ambition Hour Podcast.
Yeah.
If you guys are listening to us on SoundCloud or Apple, thank you so much. If you're watching us on YouTube, then you see that I am not alone.
Yeah.
I am with the one, the only.
Yeah.
DJ Killa K!
Yeah! DJ Killa K. DJ Killa K, the soundboy killer, man.
What's going on,
Oh,
K?
man, happy to be here. Like I said, it's always a blessing, and I'm always humbled to come on your platform and, express myself. And it's family, It's family.
The last time we had you here was episode 9. We're on episode 48.
So that's a testament to y'all grind. Because I remember last time I was here, and we were talking about all the stuff you wanted to manifest and all the stuff you want to happen. And did it not happen?
It happened.
Oh, man, did it not happen?
It's
So
crazy.
that's a testament to your grind. And I'm just being on the outside looking in. I want to salute you. I want to salute Hav. I want to salute Spitz. Because I remember from the jump what y'all wanted to do. And look at that. In a year's time. So that means I was on 9. So that means y'all did 40 shows since the last time I've been here. All right. That's all I'm going to say about that. For everybody watching, 40 shows in, let's say, 8 months. Y'all ain't about y'all podcast. Niggas do like 1, 2, 40 shows. All right. Ambition Hour. I'm always here. Always.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna talk about ambition.
You blushing, Kay?
Man, it's the truth. It's just facts. Don't blush.
So
it's the truth.
Okay.
You in it so because you don't see it, but I'm from the outside looking in. So I'm always one to salute grinds. I'm always one to give you, the credit you deserve. You did what you did. You said you was gonna do it, and you went out there and did it.
Oh my God! What a way!
Yeah.
What a way to start. So I just wanted to ask you because I watch your story.
Yeah.
As many times as I can catch it.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what is today's Go Show?
Today's Go Show. Oh, all right. So look. First off, because we on the Ambition Hour. All right. So of course, if you don't follow me out there, I got to give you the background on what the Go Show is.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So first and foremost, I'm a Buddhist. You know what I'm saying? I subscribe to Buddhism. So in Buddhism, you have different types of Buddhism. All right. Then we have a type of Buddhism called Nichiren Buddhism, which you'll probably say is the most orthodox of Buddhism, the most strict. We subscribe to the highest teaching of what you would know as Buddha. His real name is Siddhartha, all right, but we know him as Buddha. Buddha means to be awakened, so anybody can be a Buddha. So when we say Buddha, all right, but I'm really talking about Siddhartha. Nichiren Buddhism, we subscribe to his highest teaching. It was a Buddhist priest who came after Buddha, and he kind of laid out on how we should practice Buddhism in 2018. So his name is Nichiren Daishonin, so that's why they call it Nichiren Buddhism. All right, Nichiren, when he was out here, this the new Buddhism. Y'all doing the old shit. The shit ain't gonna work. You feel me? They persecuted him like you would do anybody back in the days when you're trying to, bring a new philosophy, a new things to the universe or whatever. So they persecute him. So they were like, nah, bro, we don't know what you're talking about. So they sent him to an island. All right, they sent him to an island. So while he was in this island, it was called Saddle Island, he used to write these letters to his followers, and they were called the Go Show or letters of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? So he would write letters to people and just give them encouragement, keep practicing what I told y'all to practice is, because this is the new Buddhism, and in due time they'll see. So now bringing it 360 for me in Buddhism, it's real important that you propagate, meaning you let the world know about Buddhism. That's how you are able to erase your past slanders against the law, like all your past mishaps. That's how you're able to eradicate them. So I just flipped it now, since I got to propagate. I was like, okay, Nishran used to give out his Go Show, so this is my Go Show to the people. These are my letters of encouragement to the world.
You come up with this.
It's actually, well, I just try to take scriptures from Buddha or different Buddhist priests. It might be Nichiren, it might be whoever, and I propagate, meaning I let the world know about Buddhism, and then I give my POV on what I feel they meant. But then I always let them know that you can take it how you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the Go Show I do in the mornings on my story is my propagation of Buddhism to the world, letting the world know the different type of ways you could, end suffering, end happiness, because that's all Buddhism really is. It's just methods to end happiness and suffering. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
I love it. Every time that I catch it, I'm like, yes, Kay.
Yeah, so they're just really, in the morning, I try to give the world encouragement. You know what I'm saying? Letters of encouragement from, the Buddhism faith that I practice. You know
and that's something that I feel that is important, not just like in the hip hop culture, but just in general.
Yeah.
Because it's positive.
Nah, it's definitely positive.
Whether you believe in that or not.
And then one thing for me, like, I understand, even though I do music and I have a platform, you know what I'm saying? I have a platform, whatever it may be, I have a platform. When you have a platform, there's always going to be, there's always going to be another DJ to come behind you. There's always going to be another hot DJ. So when you have a platform, you want to kind of touch the people in ways that's going to last.
For sure.
So you kind of want to kind of feed them education, feed them enlightenment when you have a platform. Don't just use your platform to, for foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't get the chance to have a platform to reach whatever it is you're reaching. So whether it may be you have a platform in music, you have a platform in sports, always just kind of use it, positivity to spread.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, we need that. People need that. A lot of people going through stuff and, they might swipe across Instagram, they having a bad day and they see it. For me, that's going to last more than if you came to my party and you turned up and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that leaves more of, that's me leaving a legacy of who you are as a person, not just an
impact.
DJ.
You feel me? I'm trying to impact, because along with DJing, I'm a personal trainer and I'm a lifestyle coach.
Okay, I've been getting in the gym now.
I seen you on the gram.
Drive on up to where you at.
I see you on the gram doing your little, you know what I'm saying? You got to come see me though for that. You know what I mean?
I need that real one.
I see you on your...
Because my hip is getting better though.
I know, but I specialize physical therapy, stretching. I do all of that.
We're going to have to go and go to the camera
I do all of that. But I'm also a lifestyle coach. So everything has to tie into your life. You know what I mean? So I try to use the music, use the Buddhism, use the training, and just try to, give it to the world in a positive light so I can help people. Because at the end of the day, it's all about, and I learned this word the other day from my mom, it's all about philanthropy.
That's
you know
a
what I'm
good
saying?
word.
It's all about philanthropy. In life, you have to be a philanthropist. You have to give back to the universe, all right? And then positivity you give is going to come back. So in life, you got to help people. You always got to be,
For sure.
In Buddhism, we call being a bodhisattva.
Okay.
And that's learning, the path to happiness, but you stop to help people who don't. You stop to help people who need help. You know what I mean? So being a young bodhisattva.
Bodhisattva.
Put you on some Buddhism terms
See,
right there.
See, now I hope y'all got your pens and pencils.
Yeah, you know what I'm
notes,
saying? Put you on some Buddhism
so you
terms
can get
right
some
there.
notes down from this. That's something that I wanted to lean towards more for the Ambition Hour podcast. Is I wanted to teach more people about different things, different cultures, different things about that I learned. Because I'm really big on manifesting, and I'm really big on like the vision and like how we were talking about earlier when I went to Drink Champs and how I sat in the chair. It was just like, because I see myself doing that. And a lot of the times when you see yourself doing it and you actually see a picture of yourself doing it, it's like, it's like, it just gives you like a whole other like reaction and a reaffirmation.
Nah, facts. It's, you know, it's, I mean, in Buddhism, we see it as it's a mentalism, or the law of, if you think about it, you know what I'm saying, it's going to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, they packaged it up and they might call it The Secret or different things, you know what I'm saying? But the law of attraction, you know what I'm saying? The law of attraction. If everything starts in your mind, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you think or what you focus on, if you put 100% into that, it's going to come.
No way that it's not going to happen.
It's going to come if you understand you and the environment around you is one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even on another note, the negativity you might be having, it really affects the environment around you. You get what I'm trying to say? And vice versa. So if you understand that you are one with the environment, and if you put it out there, it's going to come back. It's going to come back.
That's something that this year has flourished in many different aspects of my life.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily, because I grew up Catholic.
Okay.
At this point in my life, I do listen to a lot of Christian sermons.
Yeah.
Shout out to YouTube. Bruh, they make it easy for your girl. I can go to church in my room. I don't gotta go.
Yeah,
but it's because I watch a sermon from, it's like Sarah Jakes Roberts.
Okay.
I found her on Instagram, and then she's just always inspired me. So I listen to a lot of her sermons and the ones that they have at her church. And it's kind of like the same thing without really getting into religion.
Yeah.
And like, because I also like, I wanted to be that to where like, I do listen to those type of sermons, but I also like, I'm enlightened by what you're saying because I also believe in that so much.
When we talk about religion, first and foremost, in Buddhism, we don't really see it as religion. More of spirituality, like and
a way of life.
Exactly. You get what I'm trying to say? Because a lot of times when you put religion, you kind of box it. You feel me? This is more just methods on how to stop suffering, because Buddha, that's what his whole premise, his whole life, he lived 50 years on how to end suffering, how to end these things. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's the whole premise of Buddhism. So it's not more really a religion, just kind of spiritual methods, you know what I'm saying, on how to live life and how to understand what's important, how to not get caught up in earthly desires, how to understand that this chain is you may have it on right now, but it's the direct effect to it might cause some anger, like if somebody was to take it right now. So don't get caught up in the chain. You get what I'm trying to say? It's just like that. But when it comes to religion, all of them really have the same basis. You feel me? All of them really have the same kind of fundamental.
Because you call it like you said mentalist?
I think it's called mentalism or the law of attraction. Yeah, it's one of the laws of the universe.
I see it as like faith.
Yeah, and don't give me, don't be out there. What Kariga say? Or
what Kariga?
That's my real name. My real government out here. What Killa K say? Give me our government. This is my family, so you know what I mean. I'm comfortable, but I think it's called mentalism. Don't Google it. Oh, what that nigga would talk about? He fucked it. But I know it is the law of attraction.
Yeah, no, it's definitely that, because I've heard that. Yeah. But for me, it's like more of a like faith. It's just like the more faith that I have, and that good things will happen in my life, and the more faith that I have in God's plan and like all of those things, then I know that's gonna happen, because so many things have flourished this year. You know, like, and that's because I had faith, or the law of attraction, by putting out like everything that has happened to me this year, I put out into the universe.
In Buddhism, one of the main points in Buddhism is cause and effect. You feel me? And especially,
we do talk about that.
And especially in Nichiren Buddhism, right? It's real simple, but it's kind of like the basis of the faith. You know what I'm saying? You guys might call it karma.
Okay.
Right? So that's why I say, everybody, if you believe in karma, you can understand Buddhism. One of the main focal points in Buddhism is cause and effect. Understanding that every action, whether it be thoughts, whether it be whatever you do, has a reaction, right? So if you understand that main basis, you can navigate life, because your now main focal point in life would to be making positive causes.
That way there's positive effects.
Not just on the weekend.
Or during the week.
Not just on Sunday. Not just when you feel like it. In all aspects of your life, from your thoughts, from your actions, from everything. So if you base your whole premise of life on making positive causes, and not just making them, sustaining them. Because in Buddhism, they say it's real easy to accept, but it's hard to continue. You know what I'm saying? It's real easy to start something, but it's real hard to keep that shit going. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about sustaining positive causes in life, in all aspects, even your thoughts. And that goes down to like gossip, talking about people.
It's so bad for you.
Yeah, like everything that's kind of negative or doesn't lead to anything. Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say? Because a lot of times you might have conversations, you're just talking about nothing. That is cool, because in Buddhism, it's always a flip side to everything. Yeah. It's never just the way you got to be. It's always a duality to everything. But if you kind of start with positive causes and making the positive causes, you could kind of navigate your life, because you understand, like, like I you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make a bad decision that's gonna put me in a bad place. I'm always striving to make positive causes, from my thoughts to my actions. Yeah. So from the beginning, from the center of you, has to be a positive cause. How you talk, how you act, everything.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's something that is so important to just have in life, and that's part of like what I feel that needs to be seen a lot more in hip hop. Yeah. Because a lot of the times, not that the music is negative or not that, but we just come from like negative circumstances.
In hip hop, a lot of people don't understand, and I was like that too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like that from even before I kind of got into Buddhism. I was always like, well, you know, the parents need to be raising them right. That's why. You feel what I'm trying to say? But
there's so many problems.
Yeah. But on the flip side of that, if you understand, I'm gonna get real deep on this one. Like,
go for it, Kay. I'm gonna need a shot for this.
Yeah, hold on. Is a shot over there? Let me get a shot, because y'all done got me. You know what I'm saying? On philosophy and all that. Nigga came to talk about the albums and shit of the year.
Listen, we got time.
I know,
for that,
but we gonna get into.
We keeping you for a minute now.
Yana, you good over there, boy?
He got his nephew in the
Got my nephew in here.
Shows everybody this that last episode of the year.
Got my young god in here, Yana.
He's like not having it. Alright, I don't want you to lose track, so go ahead.
Now, back to what I was saying. Okay, cheers. Let's get this right. Oh, boom. Okay. Cheers. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Yep, hold on. Make sure this mic right. We good over here?
We good?
Yeah, we straight. Okay, back to what I was saying. In Buddhism, we understand how you tap into the universe. Okay. Right? Is through sound and vibration.
Music.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So for us, like when we tapping into the universe or whatever, we may chant. All right.
Is that why you guys
hit the bell? But if you look at all religions, you know what I'm saying, when they do their ceremonies, it's some type of drum, it's some type of dancing, it's some type of yelling, because what they're trying to do is invoke
an awakening.
Exactly. Things into the universe, because that's how you tap in. And it actually, if I'm not mistaken, started with the Egyptians. All right, they were the ones who kind of understood. If you're trying to tap into the universe and get anything out of the universe, it's through sound and vibration. Bringing that to music. A lot of times with music, it don't even be the words. Yeah. It's the beat. That'll touch your soul. You feel what I'm trying to say? That'll touch your soul. That sound.
I hear something.
That sound and vibration. You feel what I'm trying to say? That sound and vibration. You don't know what these mumble rapping niggas is talking about. but you be, oh shit.
You be feeling it.
You got no, you know what I'm saying? You be in a club, so that's sound and vibration. So if you understand sound and vibration is that serious when tapping into somebody's mental, right? How you could just change a feeling without even knowing them, just off a song. You don't want to feed them negativity, right? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Even in a sense, not that you don't want to feed them negativity, you want to feed them, if you're going to feed them negativity, you want to feed them the flip side to negativity too at the same time. A lot of times you just give them the negative. But in doing that, you understand, like, through sound and vibration, you're impacting their life. You feel me? This is something they're going to be playing all day.
That's so
all
true.
Day. So it's like, okay, I'm going to give you an example. All right. When, you know, the young niggas be talking about Mollies and shit. You feel me? And you a young kid.
And you're hearing that.
Yeah, you a young kid. And look, I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to preach, like Meek said. You feel me? I'm not here to preach. You know, I got the platform, so I'm the one. You know what I mean? You know the Meek verse. Yes. All right, but as a young kid, you might just be, you know, whatever on it. But you with your dogs and a song come on and it's Molly, blah, blah, blah. You feel me? And you might be young and impressionable and you with your dog, you know what I'm saying? But it's, yeah, and then, oh shit, you feel me? You want to, so you gonna pop that Molly just cause
they with it.
With the music, it's subconsciously in your head. You don't even know it. You feel me? You don't even know it, but it's just subconsciously. So that's sound and vibration. Yeah. That's how the universe moves. You feel me? So that's why hip hop music or music in general is real important. You know what I'm saying? Because what is power? Power is being able to move somebody without physical force. You feel what I'm saying? Being able to change your emotion without me being there to touch you or actually, you feel me? So that's why TV is power. Because you could see something on TV. Talking about the show either. Yeah, you could see something on TV and not know somebody. And if it's a bad little, you might form a negative, whatever stereotype. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. So that's why music is so important. And I didn't know that until I kind of got older and got into, you know what I mean, certain different things. That's why I can't fault the young dudes because they don't know yet. You feel me? They're just telling their life. They don't know the impact yet. You get what I'm trying to say? Of like, even till now, it's like I'm still trap or die. You feel me? Just the mentality till now. You feel me? And that impact that Jeezy had on me through music, that it's impacted me to the life where I take that in my whole other aspects of life. But that's the power of music and sound and vibration.
Yesterday, I was watching an interview by 21 Savage, because 21 Savage just came out with an album. It's called I Was Is Greater. I Am Greater Than Who I Was.
I'm glad you can bring that up. Yeah. And
I saw it. Was dope as fuck. So that interview did you watch the interview or no?
I saw the clip. I'm going to tell you the clip I saw.
The one about loyalty and love?
Love and loyalty.
That's exactly what we talk about, because I need to know your take on that. Because
love and loyalty.
So for those of you who do not know what we're speaking about, 21 Savage came out with an album yesterday, and he does express in one of his songs about how, you know, he'd rather have loyalty over love. So he goes on to an interview and he basically expresses that and kind of breaks it down onto why he feels that way. One of the reasons why he said he feels that way is because you can love your dog, but are you going to be loyal to that dog? Because you can just get another dog. You know what I mean? That's, I guess, in layman's terms. Mm-hmm. But as far as everything else, what he's saying is that even in a relationship, even in like with just a friendship, he says that he'd rather have loyalty, because one of the things that I read that he mentioned was like, if you love somebody, you'll still kill them. Yeah. But if you're loyal to them, you'll leave them. Yeah. Like you'll let them live. Yeah. So I want your take on what that part, like that whole situation.
All right. So look, feel about that. So this is my take. First, okay, I'm not going to try to say what 21 was talking about, right? Or what he meant when he was saying what he was talking about, you know, because that's his perspective. For sure. But I'm going to give you where I 100% felt him, you know, coming from where I come from, you know what I'm saying? And in Buddhism, they teach you, one of the fundamental teachings of Buddhism is attachment, right? And sufferings or happiness or whatever emotion in human states comes from an attachment to something. You feel what I'm trying to say? Comes from an attachment to something. So, like, say for instance, we could go back to the chain, right? Boom, I just got my little money, I got my little chain, and it makes me happy, right? But if tomorrow somebody was coming to rob me for this chain, instantly I'm unhappy, right? So it's the chain, right, and the attachment to the chain that brought me from happiness to sadness. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no.
So you could put that to anything. You could put that to people. You could put that to, you know what I mean? The attachment to anything. So what 21 was saying, in love, right? When you love somebody, it's all about attachment. But true love is loving without attachment. So even if you're in a relationship with somebody and y'all break up, right? You want to see them be happy no matter who they with. You still call and check up on them because you want to see their evolution because that is your loyalty to them. You feel what I'm trying to say?
Because I ain't calling them.
All right. So that, but that's what I'm trying. But that's what he was saying. So But
because I love that person.
But then in the essence, like if you see how you just said right now, oh, I ain't calling that person. Then you never really loved them.
Damn.
You feel me? It was just the attachment you was in love with.
Oh dang! You just like gave me a whole therapy session.
Yeah, it was if you're not gonna call him, no matter what he did, like I could understand if it was like if he cheated on you, whatever. But if you truly love a person down to their soul, you feel what I'm trying to say? Y'all could break up or whatever. Yeah, he fucked up, but you still want to see what's going on. You good? You feel what I'm trying to say? That's the loyalty thing. I kind of feel like Savage was talking about.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he would rather have because all love is really is attachment, and true love is love without attachment. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I took from him the whole attachment thing to love, because an attachment to anything is always going to bring you some type of joy, some type of pain, some type of...
Because it has like that addiction.
So you always got to understand, like a nigga, like somebody might come to me and be like, hey, damn, you know what I'm saying? My life fucked up, whatever. And through Buddhism, I can sit down and, okay, what's your relationship like? What's your job like? Whatever. And I could pinpoint why you're going through what you're going through.
That's what you're saying about being a life coach.
Exactly.
Do you do that with your clients at the gym?
Yeah, I do that with everybody.
We might need to book a session
I
for
do,
real.
I do that with everybody. And it's not me being Dr. Phil or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just understanding in life. A lot of people I don't know if they don't understand it or they're not privy to it, but everything you kind of suffering from is an attachment to something. So if you're unhappy, right? Just really think about your life. What are you doing in your life that you don't like? You know what I'm saying? That you don't like. And it's attachment. It's attachment to whatever. It might be the job, it might be money, it might, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Something that I did want to talk to you about was this Meek album.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking with it.
Let's get into that.
We were talking with your nephew about it earlier too.
Yeah,
he
let's
said
get into that.
His favorite song was Oodles and Noodles.
Yeah.
And so that one of my favorite songs is the Uptown Vibes, but I also like to play I don't know why I keep wanting to call him that. It's 21 Savage.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, which one is your favorite track from that album?
My favorite track from the album, I don't know. Like every week I've been having, but my new one this week.
Like you're so right when you said
that. My new one this week is probably Trauma. You know what I'm saying?
He just came out with the video for that?
Yeah, that video is real.
Is dope.
He's talking
Did you
about,
see it? I posted a little bit on my story.
He's talking about ain't no PTSDs and all
his
that.
son is in the video.
Yeah, they shot the kid 50 times. They could have told him to freeze. Like, he was talking some real shit. He was talking some real shit on the whole album, and I just salute Meek because he's kind of in a space to whereas, and it kind of just fell on his lap that in his mission, he's also teaching. So he's using his platform to teach. You feel what I'm trying to say? And that's what could kind of take us back to what I was talking before. When you have a platform, you got to teach, you got to help people, you got to enlighten people. And it kind of fell on his lap, you feel me? Him going through his little situation, but everything he's on right now, I salute. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like Trauma. I like the one with Kodak. I like the one with
Flutter.
Cardi.
That one goes hard.
I mean the intro. I mean that's why I say when you have a classic album like that, every week you're gonna have a new song.
That's my thing, because when I first heard the album, my favorite was the Uptown Vibes.
Yeah, Uptown Vibes.
And then, cause I wasn't fucking with the LMA one just because of the sample. Cause I like samples, but I noticed that I don't like them right away.
Okay.
Like I don't like, they gotta grow into me, because I'm a really big Beyonce fan. So it's like, how dare you?
Yeah, this album though had heavy samples, but I kind of feel like he was in this, like he was like, it took him 9 months to make, and he was in, you know what I'm saying, he was in a space to whereas, you know, we just gonna get it out.
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad that you talked about the sample part, because that's something that I did feel that I remember talking about it because I did listen to the album and then I talked about it on the Missionary Podcast. I think that was episode 44 that I talked about it and how he had the samples and then how I wasn't really caring for the samples. But
you know what? Sorry to cut you off.
No, you good.
With samples nowadays. And what I'm learning as an old nigga in this shit, jits don't know.
They don't
know it's a sample. They think it's a brand new beat.
He's 16 years old.
They think it's a brand new beat. So it's like, it's like you're not sampling no more. It's like, okay, yeah, but yo, they don't know. Like, they really don't know that was Biggie What's Beef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I'm
and
like,
they
damn.
don't, like, just like how I didn't know that there are certain songs that I would listen to that were samples from back in the day, like in the early 90s.
Exactly. When Puffy was doing his thing, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't know.
It was a sample.
Yo, everything. The bad boy do
everything. That's something.
Yo, now that I look back, yo, salute to Puffy.
But them samples.
His clearance money must have been crazy because because now that I go back and I listen to the golden era, what they was on.
And that's a lot of samples.
Damn, Puff, but he made it work. You know what I'm saying?
Mike sample.
He made it work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even with the Meek, like, yeah, it's a lot of heavy samples, but the kids, and you know what?
They don't know.
It's a good thing because it brings up, well, damn, oh shit, I didn't know. So then, all right, you having to go listen to What's Beef might put you on the ready, or Life After Death.
Yeah,
and then
for sure.
Life After Death will put you on the ready. You know what I mean? Shit like that. That's how
something
shit
that I did want to rectify was, because I don't know if you've heard of the singer. Her name is Danny Lay.
Yeah, she got that. Little baby.
Yeah, I love her. I'm fucking with her heavy.
That little baby, come on, that thing. She's a, I got it. You know I'm on my shit, man.
Hold on, okay, now. You gonna make me start dancing and shit. But yeah, no, so I love her.
This is me, man. Come on. What do I know? Come on. Now fucking with you, man.
He just did that whole, like, Nori doesn't have to go through this.
I know?
He just low-key did that on me.
A man who knows everything knows nothing. So I'm going to just say that, but go ahead.
Bars. Okay, so I said last week that she had sampled this Mos Def song because of the I know I can't from Miss Big Booty or something like that. But Miss Fat Booty. But she actually, there's also a sample taken from an Aretha Franklin record. So, and I learned that. I didn't know that. I thought that it was from, Mos Def, and then listening to it a little bit more.
That sample was a sample.
It was a sample from an Aretha Franklin.
So but see what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. But if you don't know, now you kind of forced to.
You've seen Hip Hop Evolution, right?
Yeah.
The second season?
Yeah.
When they were talking about when they would go in the crates.
Yeah.
And then they would go like that. Kid Capri.
Yeah.
Kid Capri would go down. If you haven't seen this, I've talked about this on the podcast about Hip Hop Evolution.
Great
it's on
show
Netflix.
on Netflix. If you don't know, please, let
them know.
Okay. You can't be in hip hop and not know the history. You feel me? And not know the history. You can't be out here understanding and living a life and you don't know about Sedgwick and Cedar in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know the foundation. But Hip Hop Evolution is definitely a dope Netflix little vibe. And yes, I'm on it.
One of my favorite things was when they were talking about going to the hotel and digging through the crates.
Yeah,
and how they would hide the albums.
And like Pete Rock was there, and
like
this
DJ
dude,
Capri,
and they'd be fighting for the records. They'll be fighting for the records, and sometimes like,
they would try to peek on who
and sometimes I don't know who it was, but he'll pull up like some records he wasn't really fucking with, so the nigga would look at him and be like, oh, I'm gonna get that shit, but I'm not really. Yeah, and a lot of great music I was, what they show you through the show came from going in there and getting them samples.
You know what I'm happy about?
What's up?
What they talked about in Miami.
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
It's funny because they start that episode with Miami, and as soon as like I see the first scene, I'm like, that's my city.
Yeah.
What we gonna talk about?
Yeah, what we talking about? But, and then just to reiterate for the kids, like Luke,
bro,
kind of
the way that they saluted him.
Luke, I mean, without Luke, there would be no hip hop. As far as like
the parental control,
exactly, and marketing it to people and being able to sell it,
it had to be censored.
Exactly, we would have had to be so censorship and being able to talk about what you want to talk about and sell it
came from him.
And then what I like about it is it showed his struggle. Like it wasn't
easy.
Like
he had to go to court.
Yeah, he was out there at the concert. Hey,
and
we want some pussy. And as soon as he got out, Brown County, BSO.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say
so
will.
he kind of went through his little persecution. You know what I'm saying, to be able to, But yeah, I love it. Hip Hop Evolution, dope show. Shouts out to Luke. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the ones. I'm saluting you right now for paving the way for us to be able to come out here and do this hip hop shit and talk about what we want to talk about and do what we want to do without anybody telling us we can't. So salute to Uncle Luke.
All right. So we have the song of the year. Obviously, because the year is ending and everybody always has their own song of the year. I have my own song of the year, but I feel like, the charts is cool and all that shit, but you a DJ. You be up in these streets. You be in these clubs. What song would you say that you played the most this year?
The song I played the most this year. Wow.
Now, as soon as you put that bitch on, girls was shaking their ass. The homies was out there shaking, bobbing their head.
That's a good
because
question.
I can give a fuck about the charts. I want to know what the streets really feeling.
That's a good ass question. The song I played the most this year. Damn. Let's see. And you talking about from January to now?
Yeah.
Because music is like
it changes now.
Yeah, it like kind of.
But is that a song could have came out in January and you can play it right now and it's everyone's
still that's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to think of a song that consistently I've been playing. How
do people get when they hear that? We make it at the porch. Hey,
the Greasy, Nice and Smooth. That was a big record this year. You could put that up. I don't know. I couldn't say just one. You gotta give me like a top 5.
All right, so give me.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so give me
like a top 5.
Give me the songs that you played the most because I feel like to me like I said, the charts is all cool and shit.
Yeah,
and what
the top 5
say,
songs I played this most. Okay. Lil Baby.
Which one?
All of a Sudden.
Okay.
The one with him and Moneybagg Yo.
Okay.
Let me see. Of course the Cardi, but that's the thing. Like I could say the Cardi, Money Moves, the Bodak Yellow, anything Cardi this year.
It's because
you know what I'm saying. So I could just put Cardi up there. Like anything she kind of put up there, you had to play this year. Who else? Shit, man. It's too many to name, dog. Where you want to go? We talk about Dolph. We could talk about the Migos. Okay. Anything Migos this year?
Yeah, for sure.
Anything Migos this year? The T Grizzly was a big record. This year.
Oh yeah, you do like that record.
Yeah. What else? Oh man, it's too many to name. You can't box me in on that one. It's too. Because as a DJ, it's like
it's hard. I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's hard. We'll have to go by the artist. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to say like, Gotti had a big year.
With the one with Nicki.
Yeah, Gotti had a big year. Dolph had a big year. Like you have to go artist.
I've been to your sets when you DJ.
Yeah.
And so my songs of the year, based off of your DJing. Our number 1 is Crew. Okay. Because you would play that shit when I would walk into Miami Live. Or not when I would walk in, but like you would kind of shout me out. I love that song.
Yeah, what is Gold Link? I think
Gold Link and Brent Fayez. I love that.
Yeah, that was a big record this year.
She see money all around.
Yeah, I think they're from DC. Shouts out to DC. Yeah, shouts out to DC.
And another one is the Measure in the Club.
Yeah,
and that Future song.
And
what you call it? Incredible.
K. Incredible. Put y'all up on some DJ shit. Incredible and At the Club is the same BPM. Ooh. So if you want to know about the DJ world, that's why, you know what I'm saying, in my sets you kind of heard it together. You know
that's probably why.
So if you listen to music, put y'all up with some DJ shit. A lot of mixes and stuff like that is the same BPM. You feel me? The same BPM. So like I give you okay, I'll give you an example like shit like Loyal, the Wayne shit.
The one with Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. Let me see. Nice and Smooth. Dang, you know what I'm saying? Nice and Smooth. That's at the club. All these. So see how you're saying, because they're all kind of the same BPM. So okay, now look, if you're an artist and you kind of making music and you want to attack the radio, not saying that you should, because you should always make music from the heart, and if it goes radio, but understand BPM a lot of times and know the wave. You feel me? Know what's. A lot of times, if you don't know the BPM, you gonna put something out there. So, giving y'all a little, just understand the BPM on things. So, when you hear like my mixes At the Club, Nice and Smooth, you might hear it a lot because on some DJ shit, it's the BPM. So, you just gonna match them.
Yeah.
You gonna match them.
And so I know that you also DJ at the strip clubs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And so, what song was banging at the strip club?
Let me see.
What was making them girls shake that ass? Like, cause I need to know it. It's like I added to my gym playlist.
This year, let me see. I'm not like a recent nigga. I'm gonna just go with like Drip Too Hard. Anything.
Drip Too Hard.
Yeah, Drip Too Hard was a big one. OK, the Young Thug and that was a big one. All the Smoke, Future and Young Thug. We want All the Smoke. Let me see. There's so many records nowadays.
And you've DJ'd for Cardi, or how is it that?
Okay.
Please tell me that, because you post a picture.
I'm going to just put this on everything. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? So you know what that means. Hit you with the old school line. So I'm lying, I'm flying. That was your old uncle line.
With his nephew in the building.
What's the question? Tell me again.
The song that Cardi would like, cause you've worked with her. Well, she's PTs. Come to like,
we were the first. Okay, shouts out to Big Mo. Remember the dude I was telling you about the little situation?
Yes.
The manager at PTs. He was the first to book her in Miami.
Okay.
When she was dancing, cause you gotta remember she was big on Instagram. So she was just a dancer.
Yeah, for sure. I remember that.
Personality. You know what I'm saying? Just for her personality. So Mo, at the time, the club was popping. He was always just ahead of his time with like booking the Instagram people. Like he booked DC Young Fly before.
Hilarious.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he was bringing them to Miami. And Cardi B was just one of those people on Instagram who was big at the time. So he booked her and we packed the club. Like she had a real presence just off Instagram before she ever really made a record.
That's what she be telling people, but
and
they just
it was genuine love. Like we booked her. I'm telling you, she didn't have a record yet, and that was probably the packest the club has ever been, just for who she was off of Instagram and her personality and how what I mean. And I'm not gonna lie, Miami. Shouts out to the Latin community. They support. You know what I'm saying? They support.
That's me. That's why I did the dance.
They support their own heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They support their own heavy. And then, with the club PTs, one time for Hialeah, West Side, you know what I'm saying? It's a heavy Latin community. So, they were on her before the music and they fucked with her for who she was. And damn, strip club, you strip, we fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So she came down and she turned up for us. I never forget. That's why I fuck with Cardi, because she a real one. For her set, because dancers when they go up, when they have the they get up on the stage and they have their sets, you can request music. She wanted, of all records, Lil Boosie Set It Off.
Hey.
Of all records, you know what I mean? That's how I knew she was a gangster, like off rip. You feel me? She wanted, and I think the other one was Chinks Drugs, because I know she's from the Bronx, but she wanted a Chinks Drug record. But she was like, "Then play me anything else, but don't play me them 2 songs." You feel me? But that was her first song, Lil Boosie, set it off. You feel me? And that's how I knew she was a real one. So just to see where, and then another thing too, she's always been humble. Like she hasn't.
That's something that I've noticed too.
She was in the DJ booth, took pictures, and then it's just great to see where she's just on top of the world. You know what I mean? But we had we did have a advantage of fucking with her in her early days. We brought her to Hialeah, we brought her to PT. So shouts out to Big Mo, appreciate you. But we did that early, Miami Elite, Dade County. Y'all know what's up. We was the first niggas. You know what I mean? And well, I'm not gonna get arrogant. Let me get in my Buddhism ways. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop getting arrogant.
He's a work in progress,
you know
guys.
What I'm saying? Let me stop getting arrogant.
He's a work in progress.
But okay, I'm gonna do it the Buddhism way. Shouts out to everybody who made it possible for bringing Cardi B to Miami. I was just a part of one of the many people that made it possible. Like that.
So yesterday, Cardi came out with the video.
Yes.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I loved it.
So I love this video.
Loved it.
One of the things that I remember from just watching the video, it was just so empowering. Okay, so a lot of you guys don't know this, but I used to teach pole fitness classes. So yeah, so I used to teach pole fitness classes. I didn't even know that one. Okay, you're gonna make me sweat. Stop. All right, so I used to teach pole fitness classes, and so that was one of my favorite workouts to do. Okay. And so for me, like watching this video, what she did for this video was she did like a lot of pole dancing. Yeah. She had strippers in the video. Yeah. She was on this.
Don't get it twisted. She really do that.
Exactly. She so really then for me, like watching this video and just knowing that it's an art form and not just a woman exposing themselves in a very vulnerable way, which is naked. But to me, it was just so empowering to see her just like, shaking her ass. And then she's breastfeeding her baby in one of the scenes. Yeah, and then she's like making it rain on one of the girls. She's playing. She does like, she gets on top of, it's like her and she's standing on a girl who's the long way. And then there's another girl who's like basically upside down. Yeah. Like, come on now.
Yeah, that's the work. That's, hey, no. Cardi really does it. I've seen it with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? She's really about that life. For me, what I took from the video, though, was just a lot of woman empowerment.
That's how I felt.
You got to understand, because I'm in the life, stripping, you know what I'm saying,
sometimes frowned upon.
For the most part, it is the female hustle. You feel me? How a nigga might pick up a bag of weed. You know what I'm saying? Strip. And the woman, you know what I mean? It's the female hustle. It's just... And it's all about, if you in that life, ladies, and now that I got my platform and I can talk and I can,
talk about the women empowerment, K. Talk about the women empowerment, K.
If you in that life, please take advantage, right? Because the money you guys are getting is unprecedented, right? 90% of the world don't get that money in these 9-to-5 jobs. So if you out there and you doing it, don't get caught up in the life. Stack your money. Have a plan so you can get up out of there. You feel what I'm saying? But stripping is kind of the female hustle. You know what I mean? So I don't look down on them or I don't judge or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand. A gentleman, K. I understand the life. But in the same time, or if you're out there in the life, please have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real easy to get caught up in the life and then you be stripping for 10 years and that ain't cool. You feel me? That ain't cool. You got to get in there, get a plan like Cardi did.
Yeah, I felt like she executed that so well.
Cardi did. And then one thing about in the life and with music and you stripping, they really know music.
Yeah, because that's...
You feel me? They are the ones who dictate the music and the... Okay. Us as DJs, we play stuff, right? But I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna give you introspective. 60 to 70% of music that we play in the strip club comes from the females. And
so they tell you.
And what they like to dance to. You feel what I'm trying to say? So that's why my independent artists, and I'm gonna give you a little free game on how to get in the game. Get you a little stripper in a little club somewhere, right? That you kind of fuck with every time you go and you just vibe with her, right? So you got a little record. Every time she get on whatever she do, have her dance to your record. You know what I'm saying? Have her dance to your record, right?
Free game.
Couple weeks. Every time she get up there now, it's in her head. Boom. You know what song I'm gonna play when I get on there. Just off the strength of you building, you know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying, they dictate what we play. So if it don't move them, it's 9 times out of 10 we can't really, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times the DJ will kind of play what he knows or whatever, but it's really the women who dictate. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember, like, in the strip club, you might have 40, 50 girls on a night, right? Every time they get a chance to go on the stage, it's their time to show out. It's their time to say, yo, I'm in the building, everybody look at me, right? So if you have...
I fucking love that.
So if you have 40 to 50 girls, right? If you have 40 to 50 girls, only time they get on stage in a night might be once or twice. So
yeah, because it's just the rotation of the women.
All right, so when they get on, right, and it's just keeping it 1,000, and it's only right, they gonna want the records
that they like.
Not necessarily that they like, but that's gonna make the club go crazy. You feel me? Because they only have a certain amount of time to turn up, right? They only have. So if you get in good with one on her set, if the first song she turn up to is your song,
let's go.
Free promotion. You feel me? Free promotion. But it's all about, you know, how it's the grind. But
yeah, for sure.
They dictate a lot of shit we playing.
That's something that the reason why I love going to strip clubs is because I do see the empowerment of women. Because I guess it's because since I've taught the classes, I know that it's not just like you out here shaking your ass. It's like such an artistry.
Okay, and I say this on the mic all the time. I might do it like my strip club. Wait. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get my mic right. You feel me? It's a difference. You got dancers and you got entertainers. Know the difference. All right? And
you be saying that on the mic, Kay?
Yeah, I say that on the mic. If a girl get up there and she fucking flip from the fucking ceiling and motherfucking almost break her neck and not break her neck, like that's entertainment. That's different from dancers.
That shit is hard. Y'all don't know. I've gone to the top.
You have to be in shape. Like, you have to be in tip-top shape. Like, don't get it twisted.
It's not, like, you have to have core.
Yeah, you got to have
legs,
core strength. You got to be in
arms.
tip-top. You have to be able to...
And you still have to make it bounce.
Man, you got dancers and you got entertainers. So, next time you go to the strip club, you going to know the difference. You feel me? And then to do that...
I've seen the difference.
It's not no... You can't just get naked and get up there and think you're going to get some money.
That's true.
Oh, no. Even ladies, no, it don't work that easy. No, you're not just going to think you're going to go into a club, take off your clothes, and everybody going to get you. Nah, you got to work. You got to learn. You got to, you know what I'm saying, stay in shape. Like, and that goes to show you, in any profession, if you want to be the best, the same things apply.
Yeah.
Hard work, dedication, making sure your body's in shape. Whatever you got to do in anything, all that should apply.
It does. I feel like that's important. So, album of the year. Mm-hmm. I have a couple of mine. Some of my favorite albums this year was Championship by Meek.
Yeah.
I liked the Everything Is Love by the Carters.
Okay.
I loved the Tiana Taylor album. Mm-hmm. Danny Lay's album as well, which I really like. The Plan. Mm-hmm. And I think there's probably another album that I'm fucking with that I'm probably forgetting. Uh-huh. But what would you say are those albums? And I don't mean just like the ones that you listen to and you can probably still listen to right now. And that shit still ain't like old to you.
All right. Shit, let me go. Okay, first and foremost, I'm going to go with my brother Iceberg, Real is Red 2.
He just came out with something this year, right?
Yeah, Real is Red 2. Need y'all to go get that. One of the most, probably the biggest albums, I think, personally, of the year. Then I'm going to go with the Meek, of course. We already talked about that. Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I believe it's Victory Lap. Mm-hmm. Nipsey Hussle, I'm going to go with the Nip. I'm going to go with the Pusher.
Dang, Daytona. Yeah.
Go with the Pusher.
That one's a good album.
And then I'm going to even go with the Drake.
Scorpion?
I'm going to go, because, okay, back to what I play.
Yeah.
Like a Light.
Ooh.
And Mob Ties.
Yeah, Mob Ties is a good song though.
All right. One of the biggest records of the year, but whatever. So I'm gonna have to kind of go with whatever.
God's Plan.
God's Plan was
God's Plan.
Hold up. Do you guys remember when he did that stunt on us?
Oh yeah.
At Miami Live with that you were gonna everything at the bar was on you. I was like, damn, K is making money. He got drinks on all of us. And he did an okie doke on us.
When I said it was an open bar,
yeah, for 5 minutes.
But I was just in my Drake mode. You know,
that's
when the God's Plan had dropped.
He was out here giving money and cars and shit.
And he gave $1 million away. You know, I was just keeping it going, but you know, I had to really shut it down. But it was, it was a good thought, It was the thought that counts. That was the Buddhism in me. Like, if I could, I would.
And then the hood came out 5 minutes later.
Maybe let me try to manifest it, but.
Hey, man, you never know. 2019, K, you might be able to do it. You should.
I mean, you would. Laugh or something, man.
At least when I walk in.
Open bar, for my peoples. For my peoples. For my peoples.
So those albums are pretty good. Another one that I liked, I may be very biased on this, but was Hav's Project Burgundy.
Hav, gotta put my dog out there.
Yeah, Hav dropped. Spitz dropped. Can't help but notice.
Shouts out to Hav. Shouts out to Spitz. And hold on, let me. My fault.
Okay, listen.
No, these my people. So on the last one of the year, I want to make sure everybody knows about Hav. Everybody knows about Spitz. Everybody knows about the Dub T-Dub movement. Because next year they is not playing. All right, so I want to be the first to kind of put it in the universe. All right, Dub T-Dub, Hav and Spitz. All right.
All right now, Kay. But yeah, so this year brought us a lot of really good albums from Dub T-Dub TV, Dub T-Dub Records. We have Hav's album, which was Burgundy, which was a really dope album, as well as Weekend in LA with him and CAB. I need to give my dogs props because, man, they've been working. And then we got Spitz. Can't help but notice. My dogs came out with 19 videos. First of all, on WW TV, we came out with 52 videos this year alone, 2018. Wow. We came up with 52 videos. Shout out to Hav, shout out to Spitz, shout out to myself who also directed some of the videos. Shout out to Hav for editing them.
Directed.
Listen.
Directed. That's what I love about my Dub T-Dub family. You never know. You never know. You're going to get some bars. You're going to get some editing. You're going to get some. You never know. But that's the testament to y'all grind. You got to do it all. When you out here independent, you can't wait for nobody. You can't sit here and be like, oh, I need to shoot a... No, you got to shoot that video yourself.
That's like my dog's tongue.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? I want to be a podcast. No, you better buy that mic and get you a YouTube. But that's the technology age. That's why I love it so much. Because as much as it gets people talk about it all. That's all we do is stay on computers and shit. It, in a sense, makes you kind of self-sufficient. And if you kind of know how to use it, you could do whatever you want. Yeah. You could do whatever you want.
And that's why I wanted to shed light on the boys because I guess the boys and myself and just the whole Worth the Wait Records, we have been... working so hard this year to just make sure that what we're putting out is something that we want to put out. Yeah. The content that we're making is the content that we are making. Yeah. That the Ambition Hour podcast is that the podcast that not just that you want to see, but it's going to make sure that it's going to teach you something that's going to empower you, not just men, but women as well, because I am a woman. I'm a Latina woman. So I want to make sure that everybody who is watching this podcast and who has joined, the WTW fam, which if you haven't already subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to the WTW fam. Be part of the notification gang.
You see the little bell with the little thing?
Yeah, let them know, okay, that they need to subscribe, bell, the whole 9 yards. Because it's just 2018 was an awesome year, and I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful that we were able to.
It was just the setup. That's all 2018 was.
It was just set up for what 2019 was about to be.
All right.
And I'm just so grateful. I feel so blessed. I'm like. Right now, I just wanted to make sure that I gave, and shed a lot of light on my boys because I try to do this every single episode.
And that's how you got to do it.
Because I'm not a rapper. Y'all know I be trying to freestyle sometimes, but your girl can't do it.
That's how you got to do it. I'm going to give you the Buddhism background. Everything in life is in relation to one another.
Yeah.
So it's never just you by yourself.
Yeah.
All right. So you always got to take the time out to acknowledge the things that help you, the people that help you.
And if it wasn't for Hav and Spitz, who, Hav, who is always my audio visual, who makes sure that the podcast always looks bomb as fuck. What did I
say? Go back to episode 9 and look at the background. We was in the living room.
Okay.
Now,
okay. Oh my God. Okay.
No,
we gonna talk about. He's like, he didn't even go wait. He didn't even go wait.
Because they want to hear this. You feel me? For all my people who want to start a podcast or who want to get into this, like, you see where we at now? You see how this shit all official and my mic sounding right? I look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a testament to y'all. Right now, this is high production, top production. I'm sitting here, lights and everything, and all in 8 months' time. It wasn't they didn't have no blueprint. They didn't wait on nobody. They did what they felt in their hearts, right? And look at them now. And I guarantee you next year you're going to want to get on here. You feel me? You're going to want to be on here. They already want to get on, K. Trust me, I know, right? So, but
let me stop. Let me
it's just a testament to the grind because I remember I was saying you was like, K, this is what I want to do. And look at you now.
Dang.
Look at y'all boys now.
Look at that picture.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. You see the background? Yeah, show 'em. You see the background? It's different, right? Yeah, you see me? We looking like money right now. Right there, that's grind. That's grind right there. Right now, though, this is the testament to the grind. All right, I want y'all to see that. Yeah. Hob, Spitz, Dub T Dub. Everybody out there trying to do something, trying to go out there and accomplish. I want y'all to just look at this right here. And if not for nothing, if this don't inspire you, I don't know what will.
All right, so Kay, the last time that you were here, I would say it was like in February, maybe March or something like that. I can't remember because it was a lot.
This is dope as fuck to look at.
Look at it though. Look at it.
That's so crazy.
Look at it because a lot of times when you in it, you don't. You know what I mean? You don't see it. But look at it, bro. Look at the difference.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. And then you know what? Well, that's something that not that just keeps me going, but it's because. Okay, so you're the second person that has come on the podcast for the second time. Yeah. And so you were able to see the growth because I remember, look, I'm a woman, so I pay attention to these things. So I knew that the first episode that we had I'm going to say it in Spanish, it's a mantel, but it's a table cover. Mm-hmm. And it was like ripped and like all this shit. And I remember like doing the interview and like looking down and being like, yo, what the fuck? This shit is ripped. Like he must think we are so ratchet as fuck. And then for him to come back and to see that we have a room, that we have a setup, that we have the lights, that we have the camera. Like for me, it's not just like, yo, okay, like look at what we got. It's just kind of like, yo, look at what we have. What we have been able to receive since you have been on the show.
And what did it come from? It wasn't no magic. It wasn't no nothing.
It was just hard work.
Didn't stop.
Yeah.
So like when Nipsey and Hove and you always when they ask them about their secrets and stuff, it's always I just didn't stop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's never like no holy nothing. It's always answer is I just didn't stop.
Yeah, you know so that's something that I always preach to because Jay-Z is one of my favorite rappers, and I always like whatever he says is like his word is bond, as well as like Dame Dash and like Kareem Biggs, which were the ones who started Rockefeller.
Yeah, your mentor.
And then like having like mentor like Angie Martinez, and just like for me, because my whole thing is that like. All right, yeah, I have this podcast, Kay, and what I'm doing, this is my dream and this is my passion, but I also just see like us having something like Rockefeller, like I want everybody to want to have a WW shirt, a WW chain, or to have something that is ours because I just feel like this is something that like, yeah, it's like a family thing because, all right, me and Hav, y'all know that me and Hav were brother and sister. This my brother. And then, but Jarrell is like, and then Spitz, let me not say his government name, but Spitz is like my brother as well. Like, you know, like.
Say everybody government. We here, you know, we family in here.
We got Kariga in the building.
My name is Kariga Davidson, God damn it.
My name is Claudia Larga Espada. Do you know what my last name means? Long sword in English.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Larga Espada.
Long sword. Yeah. I got that line.
Oh, hey, Hob. All right, we'll just put it out there.
But like, so that's just something that like.
Yeah.
For me, like I just want. that y'all are funny. What I want and just to like reiterate, like this whole thing that I'm doing is just like, it's not just a podcast. Like this is just so much more because we have the record company, we have the music videos, we have the music on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
You know, for episode 45K, we had over 50 countries that listened to episode 45.
And that's just a testament to not stopping. You feel me? A testament. As little, and that's goes back to the technology thing. As little as you think you are with YouTube and whatever, you never know who's watching. You never know who you impacting. And we could also correlate that to the platform. If you have a platform, you never know who's watching. You never know who's looking. So, yeah, that's dope.
That's something.
Salute y'all.
Thank you so much, Kay.
I mean, somewhere in goddamn
Bangladesh.
Mexico, Bangladesh, they know about Killa K. Yeah.
They about to, Kay. Hey, they about to know about Killa K now. Oh, hey. But yeah, so like that to me was just mind blowing. But going back to. So we were talking about Song of the Year. You were telling us the songs that you really couldn't pick a song.
Yeah, I really, cause look, okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, as a DJ, and especially nowadays, it's so much music. You know what I mean?
So many songs.
But then you do have the records that, for instance, like say the Meek Mill intro. These records you still going and they. But
which
still
one
get
you're
the
talking
same,
about? Dreams and Nightmares.
Yeah, Dreams and Nightmares. You
Bro,
still
when you play that on Miami Live, K,
you still gonna get the same effect. You know
I've been wanting to run on
so
stage.
like it's kind of hard to kind of say what. Because for me, like, I'm gonna lie to you, each song gives you a different emotion.
No,
it gives
for
you
sure.
a different, you know what I'm saying? So you might have a kind of slow jam of the year. You might, you know what I'm saying? You might kind of have it's just a lot. I don't like to kind of say.
What's your slow jam of the year?
Yeah.
The slow jam of the year?
Nice. No.
Damn, that was a good
That's
one.
a good song.
It might be Booed Up. Yeah, it might be
But I
Booed
like
Up.
that 24/7 more.
That was a dope one, too.
Somebody put on the comments on YouTube that song make you want to fall in love.
Hey. Music, sound, and vibration. All right. Okay. Tapping into the universe.
Yes, sir.
When you think about it like that, it's not a game. It's not a game. See our energy.
A song, one of the songs of the year that I have, and not just because he's my brother, but he had a song called Plan B off of Burgundy.
Ooh.
Now, this song is called Plan B, and it's not the emergency contraceptive, ladies and gentlemen.
What we talking about,
We talking about how Plan B is not the Plan B that we have in life.
Okay.
We talking about how Plan B is not what's next for us. Plan B is the plan that we don't have. You know what I mean? So like this whole music shit and this whole podcast and this Worth the Wait TV, Worth the Wait radio, and this Worth the Wait record shit that we got going on, we don't have a Plan B for that. And how he's doing it for his family.
Facts.
And how he's doing this because he wants to show and prove that what he's doing is more than just what he's doing.
Yeah.
So that song for me, because I remember like there'll be times I'll be listening to that shit, and I promise you it's not just because he's my brother, but I swear that song, like, because he even talks about that girl, you a goddess in a black dress, you a god, like
gospel,
like you know what I mean, like. And then as a woman, because something that I do recognize about my brother is that sometimes he gets a little vulgar, but sometimes he does really get into his woman empowerment bag.
You gotta go deeper.
You know what I mean? Like he gets
read between the lines.
He gets deep into that woman empowerment bag, and then I just fuck with it so heavy. But that Plan B song, like when there'll be times that I didn't want to do the episode, okay, because there'll be like this year, guys, like you understand, like
power of music.
Like you understand, this year, like I am working a full-time job. I am trying to be, healthy, eating good, going to the gym, but I am also trying to make sure that this passion isn't just a passion. It's just something that it's a plan of mine. It's what's going to flourish and what's going to take my life to the next level. That's something that I preach to you guys all the time, is that we want to become the best versions of ourselves, because if we're not becoming the best versions of ourselves, then life is just stagnant, and you don't want to live a stagnant life. You want to live a life that's going to continue to flourish.
Preach.
And so this song, Plan B, just did that for me this year. And so when I heard it yesterday, I'm like, fuck all this shit over all these songs.
Tabernacle.
Like, but like, what you say?
Tabernacle.
I'm done. But like this album, like,
I always wanted to say that word.
like, And then it's just like, and then the thing is that like, I know because Spitz has come out with some songs that are just like, and it's not because I want to like, you know, like I only listen to my homies' music and that's who's number one. But it's just like
saluting good music. But it's at the end of the day, and that's
yeah, because at the end of the day, like I've been to the studio with these boys,
and you see the grind. So
like I've been to the studio. I've been to where they have to redo it.
That's the thing about music, and for a lot of you young artists, you always want to show visually what you're doing, because it's a lot of people out there who feel like you, and even though that's your brother, but it's a lot of people out there that fuck with you and they want to go through it with you. So they got to see it. You know what I mean? The only way is for them to see it. The only way is to keep posting content, to keep doing these things. You might feel like, oh, it's whatever, but it's people that fuck with you and they want to, you know what I'm saying? They want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of it. So that's dope. Hav, I salute you, my brother Spitz. I salute y'all boys. The grind is real. And just know 2019.
I'm getting hot.
2019, whatever L's y'all took this year, just don't take them next year. And so on and so forth.
Something that I okay, so I talked about this on episode 45 of the Ambition Hour podcast about how this is funny because I have a guest on here.
Yeah, my young nephew is in the building.
No, it's not even. It's not even like. Okay, so I talked about this on episode 45 about how I was kind of not struggling, but I was kind of like wondering, why does Instagram want you to see who is watching your story, and how I have my own theory about why people watch your story and why Instagram. Wait, what would you say, sis? Dry snitching. So yeah, so I do feel that sometimes that like Instagram is a dry snitcher or whatnot. But so I went to Instagram and I asked them, do you care about who watches your story on Instagram? Three people said yes and 15 said no. So 17% said yes and 83% said no about that. They don't care who watches their Instagram on who watches their story on Instagram. Sorry, that's the Henny talking. But I'm here to say that I care.
I'm a dead dad right now. I'm a dead.
He said he gonna dead it.
I'm a dead all that. So, anything you post,
you want people to see it,
social media,
and you want to know who watches it.
You feel me? Like, don't sit here. Like a lot of time. Okay, I'm not gonna. I don't like to judge.
We ain't judging.
Whatever. But anything you post on social media, you understand that people are going to watch it. See. So when people say, "Oh, I'm only posting for me," or "I'm only," no.
I want you to see what I'm doing.
No, you feel me? So a lot of times,
and how I look when I'm doing it.
So exactly. So a lot of times when you're doing too much for the gram, we see it. You feel what I'm trying to say? Because it's certain instances. Why are you gonna post it if you don't want motherfuckers to see it?
All right. So
you feel me?
Hold on. I'm gonna time out because Kay.
Yeah.
So something that you do talk about on your Instagram.
Yeah.
And because we're in the subject of that, how do you feel about posting relationships on Instagram?
No. Bad. Don't do it.
Okay.
Stop it right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it. How I feel about it? All right.
I mean,
Let me fix my mic. I need to get right because
I need another shot.
This might be a whole nother hour.
I mean, last time we went, wow. So you get all the time that you want and need.
This might be a whole nother hour. Relationships.
his nephew's like, nah, I ain't having it. You want to talk about something?
Instagram, don't post it. Don't post it because it opens you up to, or it opens the world up to your relationship. And then a lot of times it affects y'all to whereas the outside stuff wouldn't affect y'all if you didn't post.
Do you feel like that's what's going on with Cardi and Offset?
I don't know what's going on with them. I really don't want to comment on what they got going on. You know what I mean? Because, at the end of the day.
That's how earlier you were talking about how you just mind your business. I fuck with that.
Exactly. Nah, I just mind my business. But I do know that don't do it. And if you're going to do it, don't tag them.
That's some real OG shit.
I'm gonna leave it like that.
He said, "Don't tag them."
Don't tag them because that's just gonna open you up.
Okay, now I'm gonna be 100 with you because even if you don't tag them, I'm still gonna find out who it is.
But you see what I'm saying? That's the... And that goes back to what we were talking about. Like, if you still... All right, if I don't tag them and you still going to take the time out to go see who they are.
I'm nosy. I be wanting the tea. I want the tea. I want the lemonade.
That's just the surface of it.
That's just so bad of me. I need to get better.
So imagine like you do post them and then they can go on their page and then it just opens you up to a lot of things that I feel like affects the relationship that wouldn't affect the relationship. And it's not that you don't care about the person or you don't want the world to know about the person. It's just social media. It's like you don't want to do it because you don't want to deal with it. A lot of times you have some problems that come into the relationship that don't need to be there just because of a post.
Yeah, for me, one of the things as far as Instagram is like I feel like it's just what I want you to see because if you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I'm very personal. I like to like show you like, yo, I'm at work, I'm out here grinding, I'm out here going to the gym, I'm going to the studio, I'm doing like different things, and I like to make it personal, but you don't really know. Nah,
but at the same time too though.
You don't really know.
At the same time,
you don't know who I be chilling with.
At the same time, that's what it's for.
You know,
that's what Instagram
lay
is
8
for.
hours in bed.
Is to post what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
But not at all times.
Yeah.
So yesterday you posted something on Instagram, about the wrestler who had to cut his hair.
Oh yeah, that was.
So I commented on that because I felt really strongly about that. And my comment was basically towards the lines of like, I wonder if another wrestler had a man bun, would they have had the same energy? So you having your beautiful long dreads.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
It okay. All right. Let me get into that because first and foremost, I just want to say it was wrong. Right? That was 100% wrong. Like, I mean, it's obvious the dude been wrestling for a minute with the dreads to get to that point. So for him to all of a sudden have to cut them was wrong. Morally, I mean, everything about it was wrong. Everything about it was wrong. Everything about it, because it's like, all right, in the beginning of the season,
he had the dreads.
It why all
like
of a sudden?
It ain't nothing new.
Yeah, why all of a sudden that he has, and then the hair didn't give him any advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as like,
because what can hair really do in a wrestling match?
You know how wrestling goes. It's not gonna give you any advantage. If anything, it's gonna give you a disadvantage because somebody could pull it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure, pull it. Yeah, and if somebody pulls your hair, that's just sensitive. You gotta tend your head or whatnot.
So if anything, if you going in there with dreads, you at a disadvantage.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? You going in there because somebody could pull it, whatever. But I heard, because on the clip, they just showed when he was cutting.
They were cutting it, yeah.
That he had it covered, too.
Yes, I did see that as well, that he had him covered and that they were not something that were exposed.
He had them covered, too. They weren't exposed. So they made him take it off and then cut it.
How does that...
It doesn't make sense at all.
I heard that the ref has a pass, though.
I heard... No, wait. That's what I didn't just hear that. I heard that the ref is racist.
Nah, but because he was already in the news before
that
for using the N-word, or I don't know. I didn't dig into it too much, but that same ref was in the news already for like, I don't know if he used the N-word or he was just in the news for something kind of shady. I didn't dig into it. But it didn't give him no advantage.
It didn't.
And then you cut my dog hair off, and he still won.
He did. And no, but the thing is that one of the things that I did read also as well was that like him winning, like it was like his match was the one that was kind of like determined if they went into the next level into the wrestling match. And so for me, like, okay, so for me, my whole thing is that in the future, when and if I do have kids, they may be mixed kids. They may be kids that may want dreads. And for me as a woman and thinking of that future for my kids, I see like, how is it that, first of all, as a mother, you ain't gonna cut my son's hair. You ain't gonna touch my son's hair.
As we gonna go to, okay, I'm gonna tell you where they fucked up. The coach should have stepped up.
Somebody had to.
The coach should have stepped up and been like, okay, if he can't wrestle because of his hair, we just not going. Everybody.
But the thing is that like what they see is like the whole winning thing, but they don't, cause like, okay,
It's not even about.
Y'all gonna get me in my real bag for real.
It's not even about. It's not even about the winning thing. It's like, as a team, like, you should have stepped up as a coach.
I would have been like, you ain't gonna cut my teammates' hair.
Exactly.
Because
you're not gonna, you know what I mean? Like,
what I said was that the whole man bun thing. Because a man bun can come from a Latino man or it can come from a white man.
But don't MMA
they have that. That was my whole thing, and that's why because sometimes I try not to comment on things like that. Number one, it was you. Number two, it was just something that I just felt because, like how I said, I feel that in the future that is going to come a time where I may have a mixed child who may want dreads, who may want to grow their hair out and wear their hair naturally. And who am I to say, like, oh no, if you're gonna win this match, like, you gotta cut your hair. And so for me, that was just something that I was just so passionate about, that's why I felt like it was necessary to bring it up, especially with somebody who has dreads.
Yeah, because it didn't give him no advantage. It didn't do anything. So for you to say he had to cut his hair to continue the match, and then for the coach to go along with it and be like, oh yeah, cut your hair. And then they're all celebrating when he won, but really he lost because
he lost. Like, I don't know. I'm very big on hair and like naturalism and like, you know, keeping that whole thing going. And so for me, that just like touched a specific spot in my like personal experience that I just didn't like. I just want to point out to your outfit because you're wearing an outfit that says Juice and it's like a Tupac, but it's low key Raider.
Oh yeah, shouts out to 8 and 9. I know y'all from the Bay. You know, shouts out to Del T Dub. Yeah, 8 and 9. They sent me a little pack.
Okay, we from the Bay.
You feel me?
San Jose, 408.
They sent me a little pack. So
Bitch.
I got the whole Oakland little vibe going on.
I really like your outfit.
I got to get to Oakland.
And I like your chain.
I really thank you very much. Oh, this is the Killa K piece. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one that you have like when they put the thing in the bag.
My logo is.
Okay, you're gonna make me go to Miami Live tonight.
DJ Killa, and I got 2 AKs in the form of a K. So this the little.
You know what's? You know. Okay, so you bigged us up this whole episode.
Yeah.
But I need to shed mad light on you.
Oh man.
Because you have gone nonstop. Not only do you like go nonstop when it comes to DJing, but you're also a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And that's your full-time job.
Yeah, that's
like you're training in the morning.
That's my so I don't got to deal with y'all promoters. You feel me? Because in DJ life, you kind of understand if you're not DJing and promoting, you're gonna always be at the mercy of promoters. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna always be at the mercy of promoters. So yeah, my training is like, yeah, I don't give a damn about y'all promoters. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do that.
But 100%. Yeah, like I just want to commend you because you have not stopped. You're consistent in your stories.
Oh man,
you're consistent in like as your grind.
If you notice my fitness name, consistency over time.
What is it? COT?
COT fitness. Consistency over time. You can apply that to every aspect of your life. If you're trying to do something in life, everything is consistency over time. So just think about that. Just whatever you're doing, the key to making it is consistency over time.
Can I tell you something? After the episode that you did, which was 48 episodes ago, I was like, I'm going to start going to the gym in the morning. I tried that, but then I couldn't. But I go after work.
I mean,
you'd be proud.
With the gym, it's all, you know, a lot of people can't I just say to do it in the morning because it gets it out the way.
No, for sure. But I've been going after work because where my job is in the gym it's not too far. So it's just like on the way.
As long as you get it
As long as I get like, and then that's what I want to show to the audience. Like, I want to show, like, I don't post pictures of myself and, like, the results that I have so that I can show off to, like, hey, look at me, I'm working out, bitches. No, I do that so I can inspire you guys that you can have. I work 8:30 to. I usually get to my job at 8 o'clock, and I'm there until 5 p.m. And I'm working nonstop. Yes, you see me post stories, you know, when I'm at work and stuff, but I'm working all day, and I be tired as fuck. A bitch can't see sometimes. Yesterday, I went to the studio after work. And then I went to the gym. You know what I mean? Why? Because I want it.
That's the grind.
Because I want it. And ain't nobody going to stop me from getting what it is that I want to get. That's one of the things that I love about what you do as a DJ. Not just as a DJ. Because You be able to, you be DJ at a strip club, late as fuck.
Yeah, 4 nights a week, 5 nights a week. Training 6 days a week.
You know what I love is that you be training like older ladies.
Nah, I got to, because look, you gotta understand, in training, you're not.
They love you, don't they, Kay? They be like, Karika.
You're not going. You got to be able to train every aspect, every age, you know what I mean? And I like training elderly people because you don't know, but they be the most focused. They be the most, you know what I mean, open to whatever it is you want to do. So I love training elderly people.
But you know how I feel about that? Because that's okay. Sometimes in our youth, we don't learn that. We don't learn that we need to be healthy and we need to adapt a healthy lifestyle. Yeah. And that comes from just our different cultures. Because there's a lady who, when I go to, if y'all see my story, I love to go to Latin Spice. Shout out to Kelly. Kelly's my homie. Like, I be getting it in because I love to dance. So I've been going to this class, and there's a lady who goes there. Her name is Audrey, and she's Trini. Okay. You know what I mean? So she goes to the class and she be getting it and she be having fun. I'm seeing you. You know, okay. I'm trying. I be seeing you. I'm trying to get it, 2018, get right? I think last episode we were talking about how I wanted to get right because I haven't really been eating well this year. Whatever, that's beside the point. But, I've been eating well. The Missionary Podcast challenge is about to end. We're going to be showing results. I'm the only one who did the challenge, but your girl got results because that's all that matters. I've lost about 10 pounds. The legs getting thicker, but it's because of that muscles. Listen, y'all. Jarrell. Bro, Jarrell is the hater in the room because he just did a slow clap for no reason.
That's Spitz, by the way.
Spitz over here because we were talking about how we wanted to get in shape and really grow muscle, but that's what's gonna happen.
But now, salute to your grind. So thank you, Kay. Keep it going.
Okay, so that whole thing, how pretty much we need to make sure that right now at this stage that we are taking care of ourselves.
Got to, because it's okay. It's just like a car. I don't care what kind of car you got. It could be a Lamborghini. It could be a motherfucker.
You have to take care of it.
If you let that motherfucker sit and not do nothing,
it's going to get old.
It's going to get old. It's going to get rust. And you try to crank that motherfucker up and use it, that shit going to shut down. You know what I'm saying? That shit going to shut down.
And that's something that just always happens because of what is going on. Damn, nephew's over it. Know what, Kay?
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're ending the episode with you.
Oh, man, not
the episode,
first
but
and foremost,
ending the year with you.
I appreciate y'all because, like I said, and I'm going to reiterate, I seen the grind. So from you to come from here to here, I salute it. And like I said, 2019 is just going to be bigger and better.
Okay, so I want you to, we're going to get close to closing it out. I want you to paint 2019 for me. What is it that you see for you, Kariga?
For me, 2019? 2019, let's go. I want to do bigger and better venues as far as with the music. I want to put out an album. All right, I'm going to put out an album. As far as the training, more clients. And just kind of add on to just what I've been doing from 2017 to 2018 to 2019 because, like I said, it just doesn't stop. You know what I mean? So, but every year you just want to be better than what you did last year. But just know 2019, be looking for an album. Be looking for merch. You know what I'm saying? That Killa K merch. K shirt. Yeah, be looking for that Killa K merch. Be looking for more of the business side of Killa K and the music as opposed to the clubs and stuff.
If you need a model.
Hey. I already know who to call, man. What you mean? I speed dial.
You see this natural hair that I got?
Speed dial.
Okay, so something that I also want to say to you, because I don't know, I've always felt a connection with you.
For sure.
I've always felt like you're just always there for us, and that you're just always there for our movement, and not just for our movement, but for other local artists' movement.
Like I said, we all in relation to one another.
For sure.
We're all.
And something that I just wanted to say was thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for doing what it is that you do, and for always promoting local artists and local talent, and for just always being humble.
Got to. I appreciate the the humbleness. At the same time, no, I want to thank y'all, though, because like I said, it's a platform. Y'all got a dope platform, and I appreciate being on it. I appreciate y'all fucking with me, you know what I'm saying, from Miami Live all the way to now. Like I said, it's family. This ain't even no, like, you know, it's just like coming to vibe with my peoples. That's all you know what I'm saying? That's all this is.
So, Kay,
what's up?
Something that I do want to talk, because I did the Missionary Podcast challenge the past 3 months, and I want something to flourish between us two, because I just feel like the universe wants us to do something.
What's up? What you want to do? I'm here.
I just want to do a challenge for like 2019, because I need everybody to get right this year.
Okay.
We don't got to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
But we have to do something, because I feel like that
we got to get a challenge going.
Yeah, I feel like that what you're doing, and as a trainer, I feel like that just like.
Nah, let's get it popping. Okay, well, we could, you know.
Am I doing what like Funk Flex does? When like, because Funk Flex be on some like, all right, we gonna get Meek Mill, we gonna get you a feature with Meek Mill. It's not like that. I just feel like, I don't know. I talked about this to you like when you first came, remember?
Yeah. Nah, we could. Nah, you did was on your challenge.
I did.
Shit. Nah,
because now
we could get a challenge. I mean, you know, ain't nothing. We could sit down and
I
get
really
it.
feel like that's something. I feel like that's something
to hold people accountable. I'm always with that.
Because you did the. Was it 60 days or 30 days?
Yeah, I did a 30 days of fitness. I did a little 30 days of fitness challenge, you know what I'm saying, to where I worked out 30 days straight.
No, COT.
Yeah, I worked out 30 days straight, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody who was working out with me on them 30 days.
And I feel like we can just like,
because
I feel like the hip-hop industry needs that, Kay.
They need it.
And if we're going to do it down here in Miami, why not, right?
Let's do the dub.
Why not us be the podcast and the DJ that join forces?
Hey, I'm here. As long as y'all here, I'm here.
All right, so I feel like we are way past our time, but this is the last episode of 2018. I am so grateful. Shout out to Having Spits in the building for making sure that this episode was what it was. Shout out to Hennessy. Y'all gotta send us a check, because your girl's feeling really
ran through that
good.
Whole bottle. Ooh. Ran through that whole bottle.
I'm honestly just so grateful for what 2018 has brought to me this year. Not only has it brought me the Ambition Hour podcast, but I was able to get a promotion at my job. I was able to get my own car. And just so many other amazing things. I was able to do 48 episodes, 49 technically, because if you guys remember, we did episode 19 and a half.
That was a half episode.
Yeah, because, you know, your girl had to make sure that her episode 20 was on her birthday, because, you know, I'll be doing shit like that. But
when you a boss, you could do shit.
I can do whatever I want, Kay. They don't know. I've been doing what I wanted since episode 1.
Boss.
But I just want to make sure that, like, everybody who has tuned in these past 48 episodes, I appreciate you so much. Like, when I first started this year, like, this was just a vision. This was just something that I would think about, that I would hope for, that I would dream of. And to see how that I've had, like, Treese on the show, John Fifth, you know, One Way, Have Spits, CAB. I've had Low Key. I've had Boss Made Records with a Z. I've had Kevin Love. I've had so many amazing artists. Like, bro, this has been a blessing. I'm so excited for 2019, but 2018, thank you so much for everything that you have put me through, for all the trials, tribulations, everything. Just make sure that right now, if you're watching till now, that you make sure you subscribe and you are part of the Notion gang. So that way, every single time that we drop a new video, a new song, a new podcast, you get notified. You get that email in your email, and you make sure that you get that. Thank you guys so much. Everybody who's tuning in, thank you, Killa K.
Nah, love, man. You know what it is. Like I said,
real
I just want to reiterate the grind. You know, and if anything about this episode is the grind and where you started to where we're at now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy to close out the year with y'all. And
it's only right.
You know what I'm saying? It's only right. At the end of the day, it's only right. Next year, bigger and better and things, but 2018 was a great year for the Dub T family, for Killa K. Oh, man.
It was.
Keep this mic up.
Oh, dang. It's
okay. You good.
We are good. Yeah. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to each and every single episode. I appreciate it with all my heart. This is your girl, Adi 3000, with Killa K for episode 48 of the Ambition Hour podcast. This is the last episode of 2018, baby!